think we talked to a lot of people and got our backup heal. That's pretty much it. We did level up to 3rd level. There's still a lot of people we need to talk to here. I'm not sure how many. I talked with Myra.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
No. Tell her to relax. There are worse things than slowly asphyxiating. That doesn't seem like a... Well, it's the only thing I can really do here.
How can you stand it?
Ask what she means.
This collar. It's choking the life from me.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar, but there's no space to be made.
Someone else in the party help.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Doesn't seem to have an option at all.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Cock your head and watch her choke. Surely there's something we can
The
do.
woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly...
Maybe...
It's getting tight.
Right.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Clap her on the back and ask if she's alright.
Don't touch me. You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing the life from me.
Tell her you understand how she feels.
Do you? You seem fine. Don't you feel how tight this collar is? And there's nothing we can do. Nothing we can do.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems to try to make space between her neck and the collar, but there's no space.
We need to find out something.
I only mean that if you think about it logically... Please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on.
Looks like this is going to be a fight brewing. Do I want to stick my neck in here? Usually I would. The thing is, there's two options here that tell me to back off. And usually the options are sort of... there's some kind of a logic to them. It seems like the hostile don't give a shit options are at the bottom. And so things where you get involved are at the top, but now the top also includes an option where you sort of back down. Excuse yourself, sensing that the situation is about to escalate. You can always talk with them again, I guess.
Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
What the fuck was going on here?
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Foul trousers. I'll take the thread. Cracked sword. It's a terrible sword, but there is another one like this with a different name also. Forged with passion and tempered with precision. What happens to this sword next is up to you. So it seems like it's an art thing, art description. It's nothing really to do with the sword itself. At the same time, I don't actually recall where I picked this up. So maybe it made sense then. Stand before him in shock, mutter that he just killed a man in cold blood.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no decency. If you don't have that, you don't have anything to live for.
Tell him not to fool himself. What he did was inexcusable.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel.
He doesn't give a shit.
About you and I, Gretty.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
We could have someone else have a conversation with him.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Tell him you'd have done the same.
He nods at you and turns back to his...
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit no matter what we say.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
Just weird. Needle.
What's your hands, Pipsqueak? What are you loitering round here for?
Where exactly else could I possibly go to? Say you're looking for a way out of Fort Joy.
Out the fort? To where then? The death swamps or the ocean brimming with voidwoken? Fat chance of getting more than 5 feet in any direction and keeping your skin right side out.
Okay, let's discuss something.
Make it quick.
Ask if he knows how the Magisters intend to cure people of sores.
Hell if I know. Don't rightly know if it can be done. If they take the sauce out of you, what are you?
Have you ever heard of someone escaping this place?
Sure. Pal of mine made it as far as the Hollow Marshes even. They dragged his corpse back the next day. Head pulled clean off by a ghost. I saw it myself.
Ask what he knows about the Voidwoken.
I never seen one myself, but me cousin up in Gore said one appeared from the clear sky one day and ate up every child under the age of 12. I don't know where they come from, but without the Divine, there ain't much we can do to stop them. Watch yourself.
Not exactly all that fruitful of a conversation. Kildare.
Psst. Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, girl? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here?
An honest-to-God trader. I mean, with gear and willingness to do trade.
Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means.
Special means?
Let's just say folks leave here, but they don't seem to take their effects. Maybe I happen to know where everything ends up.
Yeah, you'll have a look as long as it's quality stuff. I don't care where the loot comes from.
Only the finest, you know.
Not in the slightest. Large mallet. This is a 200 weapon also. We could afford a skill book. We have adrenaline, we don't have chloroform. We have throwing knives, we have backlash. Destroys 10 to 12 magic armor and then tries to set sleeping. So it would be a way to do crowd control. Well, sort of. There are some enemies who don't have magic armor or have so little that we could easily overwhelm them with a couple of abilities like this. But I think there are higher priorities. Possibly. Like the gear. Kildare's plate. Fire resistance, earth resistance, hit points, reflect 10% of melee damage as fire damage. And a lot of basic stuff. I don't really recall what gear do we have. I don't think we have 0 helmets, for example, so cowl, skull cap and scale helmet. 261 already. We have 3 armors, and that's basically it. So gloves would be nice. Wizard pants, seriously? Shabby boots. Leather armor. Scale armor. I'll take this if I can afford it.
Worse than war rations, these.
Yeah, I don't have a huge amount of items to sell. And there are certain type of items I don't intend to sell. Suppose I could sell some arrows. 22 gold pieces left. I'll take it anyway. Ah, why does it insult you? I probably have gold somewhere else. How do I even this up? I don't really have a lot of use for poison, but the poison is not really all that valuable. None of this is valuable. Oh, the eye is actually somewhat valuable. I have no idea what to do with an eye. Right.
I got that special shipment you was asking after.
Frontline fighters get their first picks. I'm giving the best armor to the Red Prince because I'm gonna ditch his shield at first opportunity, so he's gonna need it. Muddy Mittens. Wizard Hands. Our armor is still crap, but it's slightly better than it was.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Right. Not good, but still better. We do have a two-handed weapon, but this is so poor damage-wise. I don't think it's worth the loss of a shield. I'd like close to at least double damage on the weapon before I even consider it seriously. Still. Money is there for you to spend it on something.
Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around, Griff. I'm watching you.
Butter. Huntsman skills. So many of these require a ranged weapon that I'm going to pretty much ignore it. I do want to keep an eye out on what the options there are though. Ask her if she likes what she sees.
Ha! Cheeky! What's your name?
Tell her your name and ask for hers.
I'm Butter. Nice to meet you.
Say she looks strangely familiar. You could swear you met before.
You mean it? Or is that another line of yours? I used to play the harp, you know. Mostly around Arcs, although sometimes we'd travel down to Driftwood. Might be you saw one of my performances.
How did she get involved with Griff's thugs? She doesn't seem the type for shakedowns and skull bashing.
You think? I was raised by the whip, and I'm not afraid to use one either, especially not in here. Joining up with Griff's the closest thing you can get to security around here. Family too. Till the Reds take you, anyway.
Say, you don't plan to let the Magisters take you anywhere.
Everyone talks a big game when they get here. Big games get smaller when you've got one of their weapons in your face, though.
Tell her you're dead serious about it. And when you find a way, she should come with you.
She laughs. The sound fills the air like the ringing of a bell.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arcs?
Yeah. Say absolutely, nothing could keep you from it.
She leans forward and grazes your cheek with her lips.
Until then.
Sure what means that anything? I'm more curious about does it lead to anything or not than in the actual Butter's character. And the guards are trying to kill the cat again. Why do they hate the cat so much?
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path.
I mean, what the hell? And it's
Bad
only
luck
the
to let
one
one of
guy.
them cross your path.
Ah, bad luck.
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path.
He's shooting it because it's a black cat. I thought there might have been a glitch or something, but even worse than that.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out the right way?
What sort of popping are we talking about?
You'll find out. Down the hatch, then.
Some sort of matches.
That you wanted. Everything there? Good.
Camp boss Griff.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato. As you approach, he looks up, setting the potato, but not the sharp little knife, down on the table.
You forget my name, eh?
Griff's overpriced Drudenay. Invisibility potion. That could be very useful in a tough situation.
What?
Grab a few potatoes from the table and lightly juggle them, tossing one through your legs and catching it again with a flourish. Finish with a ta-da!
Are you done?
Apparently I am. Ask if he's in charge around here.
Who's asking?
Casually cross your arms and say you've heard he might be able to help you.
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light, watching it glint.
I'm listening.
Here's the goods. That you wanted. Everything there? Good.
So we need to make an offer of some sort. Say you've heard he's a good friend to have and ask if there's anything you can help him with.
He points the tip of his blade at the grisly sight of the elf hunched over, clutching his knees in the cage.
I solve my own problems.
Ask what he knows about the Magisters and their cure for sorcerers.
Oh, they'll cure you of your sauce.
Here's the goods.
Nightshade will cure you of an headache too.
Yeah. At least he has, I think, a realistic view of what's going on here. Say you're interested in trade.
Sure, have a look. Good
Yes.
stuff, huh?
Nothing for sale, really. Say you're looking for a way out of this place.
Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes.
Nah, fair enough. Ask if he knows his thugs are terrorizing the camp's citizens.
Thugs? Look at it this way. People get lawless here, and we all starve.
So nothing interesting. What is this? He refuses to say anything useful on his own, so...
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf.
Say this elf seems badly injured and ask why he's being held here.
This clown? Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist.
Ask what he's meant to have stolen.
Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet.
If a magister finds us on you,
Make a proposition. You'll find back the stolen supplies and Griff will free Amaro.
Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got yourself a deal.
Nice to God quest. Wonder if he'd really kill a man over a few pieces of fruit.
Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starves anyone else.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy.
Take your leave.
Don't tell anyone where you got it.
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path.
Have to get to cover from the fire, arrow fire. Not to lose the cat.
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path. Bad luck to let one of them cross your path.
Leave me. Go.
The diseased. Ooh, level 2 trader though. Necromancer. We have Mosquito Swarm and that's all we have. It's about 300 for every skill afterwards. We have 29 gold. Note her pallor and ask if she needs help.
You leave me be. Just leave.
Disease blocked by physical armor. We'll come back to her, for nothing else to buy her spells.
Save your spirit to fight the Reaper. Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort.
Polymorph. Polymorph skills allow you to reshape your body as well as the bodies of your enemies. Chameleon Cloak, Bull Horns, Chicken Claw, Tentacle Lash. Attack and cause atrophy. Turn the target character into a chicken. Resisted by physical armor, that's different. Usually these attack magical armor, so Polymorph would probably be actually a fairly good skill for our for my main character, because I could do physical damage like the rest of the team. Although the Necromancy also already allows me to do that. But Tentacle Lash would be another thing. At the same time, you can rush enemies and gore them. This could also work with a lot of other characters. Invisibility. Attack physical armor to turn them into a chicken. Or 2 turns. Yeah, this seems very interesting because it's the only good status effects I've seen so far that attacks physical armor. Can't afford it though. Well, do you have any liquor? Pull a flask from your bag and offer it to her. Apparently I do have.
Why, look at that. Just what I ordered. Ain't you a peach, love? An old dean here would thank you too if he could.
What happened to him?
Poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't be sure, but I'd like to ease his way out.
Say you had a run-in with those brutes yourself.
Lucky you came out of it at all. Plenty of folks around of here haven't, and it's me who ends up wrist deep in the gore.
The man sleeps so deeply, he might as well be dead to the world.
Yeah, I got the impression that he practically is dead. Yeah, is there no way to heal him? This might not mean anything. If the game wants you to die, it prevents you from healing, or at least prevents it from actually doing anything useful.
The man sleeps so deep.
A healer's walk is never done. Unless everyone's dead, of course.
Well, I did what I could. There doesn't seem to be any downside to it. Buddy the dog. Hi, buddy.
The old dog looks up at you but doesn't lift his greying head from his paws. He heaves a heavy sigh.
Ask the dog his name.
I'm Buddy.
Ask the pooch what's the matter.
It's no use anyway.
Scratch behind his ears and say you know how he feels. Why do you always have this option? How the fuck would I know what the dog feels? I don't even know what the problem is. Give the dog Atusa's nice juicy leg. Okay. No, we'll scratch behind the ear.
You're nice. Emmy would have loved you.
You don't doubt about that. Everyone loves you.
Must be nice. Emmy was the only one who ever cared about me. She was my mate for the last 7, carry the 2, plus 50. 5 years! The Magisters, they took her.
Well, at least he's not alone now.
I love you. Say, let me show you something.
Buddy's key.
Good find.
What the hell is this? A sturdy, slightly sticky key smelling faintly of dog's breath.
Oh, hey! Hey! I thought you might be Emmy. It's nice to see you.
Where you can use the key he showed you.
Key? What key? Oh, the key! The Magister who took Emmy dropped it when he was walking away. Did someone say Emmy? Oh, Emmy. If you find out where it leads, if you see Emmy, tell her I miss her.
Ask the pooch where he last saw Emmy.
Not too far from here, but she was taken by a guy in a white robe who smelled horrible. Like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of dogs. And also a little like dead people. He dragged her into the big castle just there. I'm so worried about her.
Give his belly a little rub.
I think I love you.
Well, we've got a lot of little things we can do, I suppose. The blood warrants investigation. We have some equipment, we have more levels, we might actually be up to the task. Mutilated corpse. Level 4 Migo.
Eating corpses.
Maybe. It's 4 against 1 after all.
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Careful.
or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time.
Take the yarrow plant from your pouch and offer it to him.
The creature gingerly takes the plant into his bloodied hands. He runs his fingertips over the white flowers. His panting breath slows.
Darling, dear. Dear, darling child. Hello, yarrow girl. Can it really be you?
Ask him why he was looking for that flower.
The creature clenches the plant tightly. His breath quickens. He seems liable to lunge at you at the drop of a pin.
You wouldn't understand. A father's pride, a father's love.
The creature begins to weep. Fast, silent tears spill from his eyes as he clutches the little cluster of flowers to his heart.
For you, my ring, part of me, name of Migo. Thank you. It's been too long, my dear.
Migo the guys gave us the ring. We met the Magister Yarrow. She desperately searches for a sorcerer named Migo. And this is the proof we met him. Restoration ring. That's a nice one. But we couldn't hold on. As nice as that is, we couldn't hold on to it for long anyway. Because it's a terrible ring. It has nothing. So we might as well report that. At the same time, there's no need to report it immediately. We could give the ring to a third character and then I'll have 3 guys who have the basic heal spell. Adventure on, and once we are ready to leave this place, then complete this. Take full advantage of the thing.
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
At the same time, there was something we needed to bring, but was it really the ring? I think it was. It was some sort of a golden blah blah blah. I don't recall anymore. It has to be the ring. Heavy gold-plated ring is stamped with the shape of a dragon. Its thinning band suggests it was worn frequently by someone. Yeah, it's definitely this ring we have to return. Does it continue on the path? This is a dead-end path, right? I think we should do other things now. With full knowledge that we're gonna have to give up the ring. But for now it's very useful, especially as I don't have money to even buy an additional restoration, even if I wanted to. Wizard armor. Could you be finally getting an armor? Still. It's more magical protection, less physical protection. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, really. Dreamer's resting place. This would be for the Red Prince. Level 3 and a red trader too.
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak.
Very well. Tell him he has your permission.
Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a grovelling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Druidine leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down and follows suit. After about half an hour, they wake up and begin to discuss what they saw in their dreams. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer.
Smile and tell him you couldn't help but overhear some of the nuggets of wisdom he just received.
You receive a withering glance in response.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tail fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of dreamers, the dreams themselves prove to be quite elucidating. Turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The myth-shrouded House of Shadows. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne.
Tell him you have little faith in visions.
That's because you haven't seen that other world in all its glory. It is majestic, fit for a prince. Oh, I was born with the promise of an empire, and that promise will be kept. But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer, a greater one, a more experienced traveler of the dream world. Bahara is her name, and she resides in the swamplands east of the fort. So, let us make our escape and venture there post-haste.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Druidine.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
As you're about to approach the lizard, Seville cups
Oh,
your
for
chin
fuck's
between
sakes.
thumb and index finger, then guides your eyes to hers.
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
You don't see why not. Tell her to go ahead and have that chat.
To your surprise, Seville proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting lizard with one hand as she drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then the questions commence. You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines. Seville heaves a sigh of satisfaction, and as she wipes her needle clean, shoots you a cursory look.
Chat's over.
Demon elf, how dare you strike down a dreamer?
Something on your mind?
Demand to know why she just brutally killed Stingtail.
It's simple. He scarred me, so I scarred him. Extensively.
She defies you with devilishly innocent eyes.
Can you blame me?
Admit that if someone had likewise scarred you, your reaction might have been the same.
There it is. I was wondering when your spying would make an appearance. Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, this scar disfigures me still.
Ask her what's next.
The search for the master continues, of course. Hungry work, the hunt. And you know what? I'm feeling a bit peckish. Stingtail mentioned a cook, as it happens. Fellow named Griff. 2 birds, 1 stone. How about it?
She going to murder everyone she talks to. Well, at least no one owns this loot anymore, so there's that. And it was a trader. Unusually large orange. Right. Someone's gonna need to learn pyromancy. Griff's Divinity. Well, at least we found the thief.
The orange is hollow and tightly stuffed with a sweet-smelling substance. It appears that Griff was after more than just some fresh citrus.
Torturing that elf just to get high. Disgusting.
I know Divinity when I see it. Griff must be jonesing mightily for his next hit.
What sort of a madman would cage a man over a missing hit of Divinity?
Can you imagine if a magister had stopped us with these oranges in tow? Griff, that bastard.
I haven't seen a magister here yet, so I'm not particularly worried about such things. Except the one idiot that keeps shooting at my cat. We're gonna have words with that one at one point.
I think this was the crate I was after. Looks like someone made off with most of the contents, though.
Right. We are in a position to complete multiple quests at this point. I think we want to report to Griff. I need Seville needs to talk to him anyway. And I do hope it's actual talking, because this is gonna be very troublesome if she keeps killing everyone. Yeah, we need to go check that one too. The matches.
Seville gently places a hand on the small of your bag. Her mouth reaches your ear with a whisper.
Let me have a word with the gentleman, would you? I've a little clue to follow up on.
Extend your arm in a welcoming gesture. He's free to speak first.
Seville steps forward and asks Griff the cook about the lone wolves. A dead little birdie told her he's the man to talk to. A little back and forth ensues. Money crosses hands, and before you know it, Seville stands back beside you, all smiles.
Thank you. We should make good on our escape, you know. I have to see a man about a wolf in the hollow marshes.
Tell her that frankly you had expected another bloodbath.
Did I disappoint you? Oh, but don't worry. I might just have to push the next fella a little further. Zalaskar's his name. A name for the taking, if it comes to that.
Zalaskar.
Worse than what?
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
Yeah, I found your oranges.
Spare the indignation and hand it over. Now.
Yeah, I'm not going to start lecturing the camp boss Griff about his drug habits. I don't give a crap what he does with the drugs. We could take cash instead of freeing the elf, but why would we do that? Money, while all valuable, very valuable at this point, is also usually things that you don't give a crap about after a certain point. So, give Griff what he asks for.
Good girl. Looks like everything's accounted for. Now the important question. Who's the thief?
Yeah, the lizard Stingtail was the culprit, but he's dead now.
He raises an eyebrow.
Looks like someone did my job for me. Your guy's free to go. He should be fine. Eventually.
Well, it's an okay amount of experience. But I'm more interested in what the elf actually wants.
It is done. And quickly. I thank you. Very, very much. I hold my end of the bargain. I show you the way out. But I have something more to ask of you.
Ask the elf what he means.
Suhaila, she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower, a child. She cannot be lost here.
Ask him what he has in mind.
It is for all our people. For the world. Give me your map. I show you the way out. A secret. Dangerous. But it leads to freedom.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Suhaila is here. They will send help. Please. She is important.
I go to her. I wish you good luck, and I thank you for us all.
All I hear is that we got free loot. Magic armor, intelligence, poison resistance, lucky charm. Yet, but we don't really have an empty amulet slot, do we?
You forget my name, here?
Yeah. Not particularly useful at the moment. Okay. What is this? Matches. Arena of Fort Joy. It's about 6 guys there. I am not looking forward to any matches with my current level skills and equipment.
Warfare is worship.
These are level 3,
When's it gonna be killing
level
time?
5, level 2, level 2.
I've waited
Level
this
2
long.
guys have
I can wait
okay
longer.
equipment comparable to mine. Level 3 has better, level 3 has none, and level 5 has vastly superior.
We seek the one.
Carson the Snickering One.
The dwarf cocks his head left, then right. His eyes squint, and his brows rise, as if lifted by an unseen fishhook.
Marcus? Marcus Miles?
Beast glances at you and mutters.
Best let me handle this.
Do as he asks.
That's Beast nowadays, friend. That other name, long left that behind, I did.
Right, sorry.
Just hard not to see you as that wild-eyed troublemaker you used to be. It's been, what, over a decade, yeah?
Longer than that. Too bad I'm cooped up here. Things are looking grim out there. Justinia's planning something big. Really big.
Oh, bigger than what she's already managed. Say a single word against her, and a royal copper will throw you in a dank cell or carve the royal insignia on your throat. Unless you've got a handful of coin to donate to the kingdom, of course. You're going to need to blow this popweed stand if you want to stop her, but maybe this'll help, eh?
Magister's key.
Nab the key off that Kraus fella up above. Not the brightest of the Magisters. Would stick his head in a pig's arse and call it a hat. Reckon it unlocks one of the doors to the prison. So, not sure which.
So this is a second key I've gotten that probably leads to the fort somehow.
I'd tell you to take care crossing the Divine Order, but from what I hear, you can handle yourself just fine against Alexander's flunkies.
Word gets around, does it? Well, I appreciate the help. I won't forget it.
Can I talk to him now?
Nice. Just nice. Hoping the next batch is better than nice.
We seek the one.
Thola, the thorny one.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come to be worthy. There can be only one, and you have but one chance.
But one chance doesn't sound good. Especially if, when even my planned main fighter with a two-handed weapon doesn't even have a two-handed weapon yet. Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one for now. I don't even want to try it. But ask her what you're meant to prove here.
She scoffs.
To prove you are the one.
The one what?
Never mind. The one does not ask such a question.
Yeah, excuse yourself. You'll fight no one now. I don't understand this.
Can we get on with
A deep grumble emerges from him, as if from an endless cavern. Your bones vibrate to the rhythm of his greeting.
Well, get a load of you. You got swagger, I'll give you that. But I reckon I could squash you like a bug with just my left thumb.
Compliment him on his sonorous voice.
First time I spoke, Mama ran through the streets crying, "Demon!" Poor thing, shook her to the core. Sound like a living hellspawn has its advantages, though. I can make a man shit his pants just by saying boo.
Okay, ask him about this place. What's it all about?
It's a fighting arena. A temple of sorts, too. You step into it when it's your turn and take whacks or whatever comes barreling towards you. Glad I found it. Spent half my life ripping apart men and mages, sometimes for pay and sometimes for fun. If I've got to be stuck in here, I might as well prove I'm the one.
Look at him quizzically. Who or what is the one?
The one is a living god. Might sound crazy to you, but it's just the way of it. You battle in the arenas. You get divine power if you come out on top.
Ask him what the Magisters think of the arena.
Don't know about it. I didn't either till the one over there got me into it. These old ruins make a right fine battleground.
Okay, ask him if he thinks he really is the one.
Yep. One thing the old woman taught me is to ignore anybody saying they're better than me. And let me tell you, runt, by the looks of you, I ain't got no reason to stop believing her now.
He grumbles what sounds like a farewell.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the arena. I can't take a closer look. Seems like there are certain obstacles. And it spawns an enemy you have to fight. I wonder if it's level scaled.
I can wait longer.
The thing is, even if it is, we would still be better off waiting because our equipment and skill situation is, frankly, it's atrocious. So this would be a bad time from our perspective to pick fights.
She sizes you up as you approach. Her eyes narrow.
Who will be next to fight?
You've yet to experience the joy and pain of true combat, I see.
Smile and admit she's right. You're no battle-hardened warrior.
It's true that you sag like an arthritic vulture. If you hope to ascend as the One, you must prove yourself a worthy host. Yet I see potential in you. You have a reason to fight. You could go far.
Ask her about the One.
The spirit of the One is everywhere. It exists beyond us, yet will someday live in one of us.
She said something about going far. Ask what she meant by that.
This is how we worship. This is not just an arena, but a temple too. A brutal warrior will ascend. We'll celebrate this hero as the One.
Wonder if she really thinks you could become the One.
I believe you could, but it's not certain. That's a tale only you can tell.
Ask what makes her think you're so special.
Some truths are simply known.
Thank her for the information.
You'll return. This I know. We will rejoin our comrades.
The old man looks you up and down and smiles.
It's the first one I've seen with an actual armor in the game. 85. Probably more physical armor than I have health and armor combined.
Will you fight?
Say you will.
I will watch with great interest.
Sep the Burnished One.
We will
I've waited this long. I can wait longer.
Right, we want to wrap up additional quests now. Suhaila's people, I want to talk with her. Not quite sure what we should do next. I guess we'll go for the crocodilians or whatever they were. We need to do something to get funds, something to get loot. Actually, there's quite a few potential loot locations already, but I need a ability or something that allows me to move better, so teleportation ability. I need at least 300 gold for that. That's the standard price of a skill book.
Sit, my friend. Come.
Pyrokinetic does not offer that option. Neither did Polymorph. Neither does Hydrosophist. Neither does the Warfare. Or Necromancy. Or Summoning.
We survive, and soon we leave.
So Arrow Thirch maybe. Scoundrel maybe. Actually no, Scoundrel had chloroform. We might just have to level up. Because they will get more stuff when we level up. So complete missions, explore a little bit, see what our options are. We seem to have enough keys that surely we can enter or start moving towards the fortress somehow. But there's still at least a couple of things we should do here. Also, I have no idea what the hell am I supposed to do with Irma's doll. or the voodoo doll, whatever it is. Maybe the answer will find us, so we'll just hold on to that for now.
You are quite safe.
She breaks into a huge, childlike grin as you approach.
One friend brings another home. Thank you.
Ask how Amira is doing.
He gets better, little by little. We are together. We always get better if we are together.
Tell her Amuro asked you to bring a token back to her people so that they might come and rescue her.
Her face falls at the mention of her home. Her hands fly instinctively to her eyes, as if to wipe away tears. But she stops herself.
My people, I miss them, but they cannot save me.
Why not? If they have a sizable army and enough boats, there's no reason why they couldn't take Fort Joy.
It is not to be. We stay in Fort Joy. They stay elsewhere. This is the way. This is the only way.
Is this a vision or is this just your opinion? Ask where she comes from.
Homeland is gone. Home is wherever my people are. My mother is amongst them. Tova, a great elf. I do not mind Fort Joy, but I miss her very much.
Okay, Amuro showed you the way out. She should join you. You will protect her.
Thank you, my friend. But only you survive the passage. I see it. You are free. We must remain.
Remind her that if she stays, she'll be at the Divine Order's mercy. You can take her to safety.
I see your heart. You want only to help. But if you want to help me, you must go alone.
She squeezes your hand.
I do not forget you. Remember me too.
Holy crap, a Ricochet skill book. Good for all our huntsmen. Oh, we got a Tormented Soul. This was an upgrade item in the first game. I don't recall what it did. It wasn't particularly useful.
Soon I am quite well again.
Leather gloves, scale boots, or magical helm. Geomancer, dodging or critical hit chance. I'm thinking boots. It's actually a decent amount of armor. And we got a lot of helms. Geomancer +1 wouldn't do all that much for us anyway. But there's definitely a big lack of boots. More physical, so it goes to you. The physical and magic armor levels are just painfully low. How much money do we have? About 100.
I know I trust them.
Ah, yeah, we have the well-worn chest too. No one has thievery, so it's nothing. It's not like I can do anything about it. Definitely need those level ups.
It is good. I see it.
I suppose I could bash it. It's not like I can't open it. There's no particular hurry about that. I should probably talk to my companions at some point too, but I don't want to do it now. I think we should just take it easy. So, pick a target or activity and do it. We'll go along this coast toward the crocodilians. I think that's a good enough start. We'll see what comes after that. If we can get about 300 gold, maybe I should... No, there is no skill book to buy, that's the problem. We could get a little bit of extra something somewhere, but nothing that would fundamentally change much. It would have to be a teleportation skill book. That would unlock at least 3 chests. 1 at the waterfall and 2 at the caves here.